Hi, I want to talk about briefly why giving advice doesn't work and what to do instead. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. There's like a waterfall right over there and it's kind of loud, but I'll find out after I post this live video if you can hear me or not. But I'm really excited for this topic because there's a tactic that works 10 times better than giving advice. And I want to share it with you today so that you can use it with yourself, your friends, your family. If you're a coach, you can use it with your coaching clients. It's life-changing. So exploring topics, exploring subjects, blocks, challenges, problems, really what's helpful is to uncover like a deeper insight and awareness, and from that space we move forward with like an action plan or something that we're going to do about our situation. I remember years ago, back in 2020, when I first started my life coaching business, I was doing like 6-week self-love life coaching just to start out. And I would research like all kinds of tactics and tips and tricks and resources that my clients would bring to me. They would be like, how do I balance my masculine and feminine energy? Oh, here's an article with 12 ways how to do that. How do I manifest what I want? How do I love myself more? Oh, here's a self-love meditation that you should listen to every night before you go to sleep, etc., etc. And all those resources were very helpful, and my clients did enjoy them, but I didn't yet know the incredible power of asking questions over giving advice, at least not until I got ICF accredited life coach training, where we were taught, among many other things, to ask powerful questions instead. So, do you ever have a friend come to you with a problem and they ask you for advice, and like every magical piece of wisdom that you can pull out of your brain just like does not land with them? You ever have that happen? And you can tell when it happens because as you're giving your friend advice or things that they could try, they'll say something like, yeah, I could try that. And then they kind of like drift off into space. And you can tell that your idea and your advice just like, it didn't even stick. They're not going to find it helpful. That's okay, it happens. Or you'll get the classic excuses and shutdown reasons of why your advice and your ideas aren't going to work for them, right? Like, oh, you could try this. And they're like, no, I can't do that because of that. What about that? No, I don't think he's going to like that. That's not going to work. What about this? No, I don't like doing that. I really struggle being consistent with that. So this is a classic case of when someone comes to you and you're trying to give them advice and they're just like, it's not registering. Okay. But when you share something that like really sticks with someone, like you see a twinkle in their eye, like you watch their shoulders pull back, their spine will straighten as they sit up, they'll be like, oh my God, that's a great idea. So it's half and half, right? Sometimes giving advice is very helpful and it works, but other times it doesn't sit with people, it doesn't land with them. Don't get upset, it's not about you. This is very common. I'm going to give you another method that won't give you such 50-50 results. It's pretty much guaranteed to land with every person because it's that effective. In fact, the biggest company in the world that regulates life coaches, the International Coaching Federation, bases their entire training on many concepts, but this is one of them. And it's asking open-ended questions instead of giving advice. So next time a friend comes to you with a problem and wants advice, try asking them open-ended questions. And it could be questions such as, what could help with that? What are some options you could try? What do you want the situation to look like ideally? And it's pretty fascinating. But I mean, why should we do this, right? Like, why should we ask questions over giving advice? Well, if we want to help people on a much deeper level, whether it's like managing people at work, improving a relationship, helping a friend, coaching a client, this is a successful way to really like evoke the next level of wisdom and resourcefulness within someone else. So this teaches people to generate their own unique ideas, their own wisdom, and their own solutions in real time. And you'll notice them stop. You can coach your kids, by the way, too. I forgot to mention that. Not that I have kids, but something that you could use. You'll notice them stop. You ask somebody a solution-focused, open-ended question, they'll stop and they'll think. They might even like look around the room as their brain is literally generating and creating new neural pathways in real time right in front of you. Their brain has likely never been asked such solution-focused questions before, and it might take a minute, but give them time, and they're going to start listing off some ideas to you. Ask, what else? And they're going to list off more ideas. Ask, what else? Keep asking what else until there's nothing left. Thank you, Joanna. That's so sweet of you to say. And so you keep asking what else, and they keep giving their own unique solutions, which are going to be guaranteed helpful for them, because only they know their life situation, only they know their unique emotions, only they know their problems, their goals, their dreams. Like, we have our answers within. We're just not getting asked the right questions. And then like empower them. Like, wow, look at all the ideas and solutions that you just came up with all on your own. It's truly incredible, and it creates an instant and massive shift within people. Trust me, like this is something I do all the time with my clients. I was trained more to ask questions than to give advice, and it's so much more powerful. But we can use this skill in any life area. We don't have to be a life coach to use this skill. It kind of gives me a high, I'm not gonna lie. And it usually gives my clients a little high, because we're both like, we become detectives. We're exploring the situation, we're exploring the challenges, and then we're figuring out like new insight, new awareness, and then we're deciding what do we want to do action-wise with this new insight and awareness. And this is why ICF trained coaching is so effective. So asking questions, open-ended questions, is so much more effective than giving advice, because people are going to generate their own ideas and their own solutions that are going to be a better fit for their life, and they're going to find it helpful. Our brains don't come up with new solutions that we don't find helpful. I've never seen it happen. I've honestly never seen somebody generate their own ideas and then be like, that sounds stupid. It's usually like, oh yeah, I could try that. That was so helpful. Oh, that's awesome, Joanna, that you're practicing that with your kids. Yeah, I bet they will respond so much better. I love that. We are better humans, I feel like, when we ask more questions and get curious too. And we're going to bring more awesome humans into the world, because asking questions comes from more of like a detached, selfless standpoint of like, okay, this person has a problem, but instead of me wanting to fix their problem and wanting to feel better and solve their stuff, I'm gonna give them the space and trust that they might have the answers, and I'm just gonna ask a question. It helps so much with detachment as well, and it helps us become better listeners too. And it's empowering. And there's so many other compounding benefits that I could say on this topic, but then it would be a very long video. So I would love to know what you guys think of the concept of asking open-ended questions instead of giving advice. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. Thanks, Joanna, for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.